Hey, what's up, everyone? It's not just your average Joe. Well, specifically, Frecumber 567. I believe that's your name. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, actually. Anyways, this is gonna be a video on Effie specifically for now, because I told Frecumber 567 that I would make a video about the units he had, and I was hoping to get it out by today, but I was a little bit busy with work. A little restless too, and if you can hear me, I'm out of breath as well. I was just finishing up studying some Japanese, so that's been it's been a little bit fun, but it's been hard too. So with that said, let's get started. So I'm gonna go to edit teams. I'm gonna go to my Effie because I actually have the inherits I want on her. Now where is she? Surprisingly not there. So we're gonna go to Effie, and we're gonna talk about her base stats, what makes her so great, and what makes her good. So when you think about Effie's base stats, basically the things that would stand out are her HP, attack, and defense, right? Resistance is reasonable, not exactly the highest, but it's reasonable, and a low speed stat. So the ideal beast slot for Effie, because she's a slow unit, right? I don't think her base speed is really that high, even if you have plus speed IV. It's not very high, so she can get doubled quite often. So to alleviate that speed stat problem, you would give her Wary Fighter, no? So Wary Fighter, like, she already starts off with two fantastic passive slot skills that I would think that even if you want to make it optimal, this would be the ones that you'd have. So A slot is Death Blow, which is very, very good. If you have decent enough IVs on your Effie, I would recommend 5-starring her as well. So I gave her Brave Lance. Kind of regret giving her Smite, but that's how it is. But I'll talk about the Brave Lance later. And now Death Blow and Wary Fighter. So this prevents the follow-up attack, and she gets Wary Fighter 4 as a 4-star, the Wary Fighter 3, and she gets Death Blow 3 as a 5-star. Just so you know. And the weapon, like Silver Lance is pretty freaking good, 15 might, but I figured why not give her Death Blow kind of compensates for the loss of the Silver Lance, but and the difference between the Silver Lance and the Brave Lance, and the Brave Lance Plus I think is 8 might, so kind of similar, and it gives Effie, when she needs to attack, 2 more attacks, and she already has a pretty high attack stat, so that's I could tolerate that. I think I'm fine with that, because 5 might, 45, if you were to put the Silver Lance, that would put her at what, 55. That would put her at 55 strength. So she's a pretty strong unit. But if you're gonna inherit a weapon, I recommend Brave Lance, definitely. Her support skill, Smite, is fine. It's even funny in certain circumstances. But when you think of an armored unit's base stat, they only have 1 movement. So I gave Effie Pivot, which is from Cherish. I gave her Pivot in order to alleviate that problem. It kind of gives her more movement in maybe 80% of situations, except if you're in a corner. This gives you this gives her +2 movement, arguably. I think at most is +2 instead of her +1. No, +3. She can move 3 tiles if it's right. The Brave Lance I actually got from O'Donnell, so I actually want to show you the units I got the skills from, as well as well, yeah, I think that's better, so you can kind of get an idea. Donald is a Brave Lance unit. What's the weapon type? So Donald's a Brave Lance unit. You even get 2 free ones for the beginning of the game, so he's actually perfect to skill inherit, because if you must have one at least, and you can get the Brave Lance from him. So having said that, there are only 2 other slots in which you'd focus on inherits, right? Other than the weapon and the support skill that I haven't talked about yet is her active skill and her C slot. So to really maximize Death Blow, I would argue Threatened Defense is probably one of the best options for you. I think Perry as a 4-star gets Threatened Defense, all 3. So she can be a good option for skill inheriting onto Effie. Actually, I'm going to do that after this video is done. I think. I'm not entirely sure yet. And If you want also threaten attack, kind of works. Not particularly well, but I just want to put the option out there. And she's a frontliner, so fortify skills not exactly ideal. I just had to fortify defense because I was trying to be efficient. Kind of regret wasting the 75 SP, because I could have saved that up towards something else for her C slot. But that's how it is. It kind of helps me sometimes too when I'm training, but not particularly useful at any point. The sacreds, I don't know anything about the sacred seals, so I will keep you updated. I will make a continuation of this video when I kind of get an idea what the secret seals are and how they work. In terms of active skill, I would sack Moonbow, because if you do give Effie the Brave Lance, even if she just has the Silver Lance, Moonbow is a nice low cooldown skill that you can give that really works in conjunction with Effie's high attack stat, right? So it's a 2-turn cooldown. Say Effie gets attacked and then she initiates an attack. If you're using a Silver Lance, it's up. If you use a Brave Lance when you initiate the attack, she actually activates Moonbow. So it's quite good on Effie. Because she's a slow unit, I would really focus on lower skill cooldown active skills, right? So stuff like Rising Flame or the one Hawkeye has, the Rising Light. No, thank you, right? I'm not particularly a fan of the long cooldown ones, but stuff that really cater towards the strength. So it's not just Moonbow you could give. You can even give Glimmer that comes from parry. It's a 3-turn cooldown, and it gives plus 50% damage to damage dealt. She's always gonna do damage, so that's always gonna be fine. Where's Sophia? Sophia also gives a pretty good skill. A little bit long. I'm not sure what the 3-turn cooldown version is of Dragon Fang. Or I mean Dragon Gaze, but I'm sure there is one. Actually, I think it might be Glimmer. Dragon Fang also works because her attack is so high. Well, not so high, but her attack's high. You can go to female Tiki even. You can look at her Bonfire. Bonfire works as well, especially with the Brave Lance because of Effie's decent attack stat, right? So mine's right now, it's a guaranteed 16 plus 16 if you do the Bonfire, and 44, that's 22 plus 22 if you use the Dragon Fang, right? So it's however you want to cater your Effie towards, but I would recommend low turn skill cooldowns, which is why I think Moonbow is the most optimal one, because it's the lowest one. And it works in conjunction with her high attack, because decreasing the defense stat of the unit you're attacking really helps you in a lot of cases. So yeah, that's all I could think of right now. The secret seals I'll go on into another video, but yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped, and later days.